Thank you for, in case you just joined in, this is Smart 24 TV, and I have got Geoffrey Walker, who is an environmental activist, discussing with us from the area of expertise around the activities that have got to do with activism. And also I read from the Ministry of Water and Environment as a senior forest officer. Irene, if we could start with you on sharing with us if there is anything you're doing about restoration of degraded ecosystems around forestry and also adopting climate change, because I do believe that the two really have to impact each other in one way or the other.
Thank you very much, Rita. Actually, the ministry is doing a lot concerning restoration of degraded ecosystems. As the Department of Forestry in the ministry, we have several projects that are handling. We have the farm income enhancement and forest conservation project. That one is we are working together with other ministries, including Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industries and Fisheries, and we are giving out tree seedlings to people for tree planting, so that because when people plant, their attention is moved off the natural forests. Because if somebody has their garden, of course they will sell that or they will harvest that for firewood, other than having their attention, full attention on the Central Forest Reserve or our local forest reserve. So we also have other projects like the investing in forests and protected areas. It's a new one. It started last year, and still we shall be giving out tree seedlings to the communities, and also it aims at seeing that the protected areas, including central forest reserves as well as the wildlife conservation areas, are protected. You know, when you plant on other areas, the protected areas, at least people will respect them somehow, because they will be not frequenting them, because they have alternatives, and that is what we are talking about, having alternatives. So once people have alternatives, they will not disturb the others. Okay. But if they do not have, they'll keep on running to those protected areas. Okay,
and you're speaking about giving seedlings to which areas so far, and how do people, because now someone is watching saying, okay, ministry gives out seedlings, but maybe they have never been part of it. How can they?
Okay, like for farm income, it has been given to several districts. We have about 55 districts, and of course we do not work in isolation. We work closely with the district forest officers and other district local governments, because at times we work beyond the forestry sector, because these sectors are interrelated. You cannot work in unison. So we work with them, and then they mobilize their communities, and then they get their requests from their people, and they forward them to us. But even if a district doesn't have such projects, still the people should learn to visit their offices, their leaders, for guidance, because there are several projects that are within districts, and then people don't know. But if they visited their leaders, they would be guided. Because even in the districts where we do not have projects as forestry department, some people have benefited, because NFA has a community support system whereby there is a percentage of tree seedlings that they raise, and they are for specifically communities. But it also has protocols. You cannot know what is happening until you reach your leaders. And when I talk about leaders, people do not have to come to the ministry, no. We have the local leaders, whom we start with. In the districts, we have the political leaders and the technical leaders. At times, the political leaders may not know what is in a particular office, but if you visit your political leader and then they do not have information, go straight to a leader whom you think may be having that information. For example, if you want tree seedlings, go to a forest professional, go to the office of that district forest officer. there is such information. They can guide you on how to get what you want.
Okay, thank you so much. And I believe this information is available for every Ugandan citizen. As long as you want to access it, you can always go and access it. Geoffrey, if you could share with us, you have been part of the move before, the Water and Environmental Week. Has there been, or have you encountered any challenges during that, but also in your work as an activist of the environment? Share with us. Maybe at least we have one of the people working from the ministry would be maybe forwarding them there.
Yes, thank you very much, Rita. I must say we have not, in our work for water, environment and climate change, since its inception in 2018, we've never gotten any challenge, and we still believe that, yes, if there's any challenge, then the Ministry of Water will take the blame, but we've been working, we've been working very closely with the Ministry of Water and Environment and their partners. We have successfully done several work, and as she mentioned, in the work, they always come, the Forestry Sector Department, together with National Forestry Authority, to support this program. As we work, they also deliver seedlings. Of course, the seedlings we go planting and promising the districts, it is delivered by their department, and then Forestry, National Forestry Authority. So far we've not had any challenges, but what we see along the route, there is a very big challenge of plastic pollution. Because for us who walk, we can see people moving in the car, they drop plastic all over the roadsides, and that has been a very big challenge. So as this program we are going to go through, that is one of the issues we are going to address. We will begin from the Uganda Manufacturers Association, because you know they are also responsible for this plastic and polythene material waste. Yes, because most of their products use this plastic and polythene for packaging. So we are saying, I'm aware that a few years ago, government passed a ban, I think, on plastic and polythene usage, but up to now, we are still using it. So we need to seek for another alternative. So on behalf of Workers Association and the team, we are going to appeal to them. Now that we are going to get an opportunity to interact with the Uganda Manufacturers Association, we want to give them an alternative. If we cannot get rid of plastic and polythene products, then we should invest in recycling. Imagine if all these companies come together and put some resources to set up plastic recycling plants regionally. There we will get rid of this plastic, and then tag every plastic material with a price between 25 shillings. Then people will start looking at this plastic as money. Of course, they'll collect and then go and sell for recycling. And also we will encourage
it's like industry. You're saying every plastic is important.
Is important. They should be looking at it in terms of money. If I get this, I will get money out of it. Then they should also, the industry should be able to contract plastic waste collection companies, specifically for plastic. So that is taken for recycling.
Okay, we have less than 2 minutes. Time is really against us. But I will be getting back to you towards what you really expect in this forthcoming edition of your work. But Irene, let's get to you. What should the public expect with this week coming up? What activities are going to be there? Which routes are you going to be working with? What to expect?
Thank you very much. As I said, there are several activities during the week and then those before the week. We are having the Walk for Water, Environment and Climate Change this year. And the workers will be flagged off on 3rd March at the Ministry of Water and the Environment. They will be walking to Lira City and they are taking the eastern route. And by eastern route, I mean they will be going through Mukono, then Lugazi, Jinja, Iganga, Mbale, then they go through Tesoland up to Lira City. And as Ayeni put it, they will have stopovers at several of the stopovers where they will do mini celebrations. And we expect to have our first stopover at Mavira Central Forest Reserve. And we shall be having several other stopovers along the route. We have already done the route mapping and the districts are aware. They're expecting us during that week. And did I mention that they will be reaching Lira City on 17th? That is when they are having their final celebrations at Lira City. And then we shall be having the week. The Water Week will run from Sunday, 28th March, up to Friday, 25th March, this year, of course. And we shall be having several activities, but notable is that we shall be having several keynote speakers on the different sub-themes and, of course, the theme. So we shall have 6 keynote addresses. We shall also have paper presentations on the thematic areas. We shall be having applied trainings, and we shall also be celebrating the international days. And these are 3. We have International Day of Forests, we have the World Water Day, and the World Meteorology Day. And beside that, I should also mention that there is also a mentorship program that is running currently right now as a part of UWEC. And this mentorship program is for the young and mid-career professionals within the Water and Environment Ministry. And at the end of the training, these will be given certificates. And the ministry is working together with Girls for Girls, or G4G, to see that the ladies are trained to come out as better leaders.
Okay.
So there is a lot that is being done by the ministry during UWEC. Okay. And all is aimed at seeing that our water and environment resources are used wisely, and that the future is a better future for all of us.
All right, thank you so much. Maybe one would need to know, for example, if you start from Mukono, what should the public of Mukono expect? Is the public allowed to join you in as you walk?
Well, thank you very much. The public should be joining us. We shall be very happy to see that everybody gets on board. And of course, as a ministry, we have, as I say, that we work with others. The district authorities are part of government. So when we do a route mapping, we call upon everybody. We reach out to the districts and we leave it to them to see that they involve everybody within the district, so that they bring on board both the political and the technical leaders, and then also the cultural and religious leaders. But also, all these leaders should bring on board the rest of the communities so that we celebrate together. Okay. Because water and environment issues are not a thing of the ministry alone. It is for all of us. If you lacked water for even a day, I think it will be trouble for you. Just imagine, no water for cooking, no water for bathing. Okay,
thank you so much, Irene, for your time. Just in seconds, Geoffrey, if you could, just in 30 seconds, share with us what you urge public towards this week we're headed to. 30 seconds.
Yes, as we go through the Uganda Water and Environment Week, we want to awaken the public to observe some of these good environmental practices that we'll be promoting. Let's stop cutting of trees, let's stop encroaching on wetlands, let's stop littering our environment with plastic waste.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Geoffrey and Irene, for your time, for joining us right here. And you can be part of this conversation in case you missed it on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook at Smart24TV. I'm Rita Cabanyoro at Rita Cabanyoro. Jerome Postonko coming up on your screen with business and sport.